So once again, I'm here live in Parliament Square. You can see Big Ben behind me. I'm surrounded actually by the veterans here, the Global Veterans Alliance, who have served alongside the protest marches here today. I'm with Chris, who's I found this a great Chris. Thank you so much for your service. Can you tell us a little bit about why the veterans are here today?
Oh, thank you, Dan. We're here to ensure the freedom our forebears fought, died and suffered for is restored for future generations.
There's a lot of you here. I mean, has this been something that's grown?
Such an emotional reaction from the public here, and I truly believe, and my veterans truly believe, that the freedom hinges with us. And that's not to, in any way, to belittle anybody else's efforts. It's just, if we can call them the powers that be, they've spent the last 50 years heroising the military, and we all know what that's been for. And we're simply turning that, we're using that to the advantage of freedom now. Freedom, peace, love, empathy, kindness, the future that our children deserve. And globally, we are a force to be reckoned with, and I mean that peacefully and lawfully. We don't suffer violence of any kind, but we simply believe when something is wrong, you say no. You do not comply, and you stand your ground. You retain your sovereign freedom as a human being. And this is the way forward, and it's had such a massive effect today. We've been hugged, we've been photographed, we've been filmed, we've been begged to come back. And as I say, more veterans need to get involved. The wider forces need to start saying, no, we have serving military with us today. But also the Global Veterans Alliance, we welcome the public as well, because the public is much bigger than the veterans can ever be, and it's the public that will ultimately win this thing, and we welcome you into our fold. Our website, globalveteransalliance.com. We've got Telegram, Global Veterans Alliance. Join our channel, come to one of our trainings. We hold our standards at an elite level. We understand the forces that are against us. We have an impeccable public image. We're not here to frighten people. We're not here to tell people what they can and can't do in their lives. We're just here to make sure that when people make these decisions, that they've had the freedom of information on which to base them. And maybe if I finish, Dan, just by saying our colleagues died for this freedom. People like myself and many of our veterans, we served on active service for what we at least believed was freedom, and our colleagues didn't come back. Some of our colleagues didn't come back. And the notion now that young people, one young person can go in a nightclub but this young person can't, or this young person can get on an aeroplane and travel the world, the freedom that we enjoy, but this young person's not allowed, and that's purely based on their health choices. This isn't what our brothers and sisters gave their lives for.
Chris, I may ask you one final question. You said how positive the reaction's been amongst the public here, which is fantastic and heartening to see. How is it when there's a lot of police here today? What kind of response have you had from other authorities like the police? Have they been curious? Have they engaged with you? Have you had any interaction at all? What's your perception about the...
Yeah, so it's like this. We don't have any issue with anybody, and certainly not our brothers and sisters in the police force or whatever force they might be in. But we did a silent remembrance at Downing Street not long ago. We didn't say a word. We're not getting angry. We're not. There's no grand speeches. We just turned up silently. We held the pictures of some of our dead, our fallen colleagues, and we played the last post. And up until that point, the police had been chaperoning all around us. There was a helicopter in the sky the whole time. And of course, when the last post plays, everything changes, because everybody has to be silent for the last post. And that includes the police force. And in that moment is when they do their soul searching and they realise that actually perhaps these guys are right, perhaps our choices aren't particularly good at the moment. And you know, who wants to be on the wrong side of history?
Chris, thank you so much for the work that you're doing. Remind you give a final summary of the website that you can find Global Veterans Alliance.
Yes, so it's globalveteransalliance.com, Global Veterans Alliance on YouTube and all the other video platforms. We're on all social media, and our Telegram channel is the main way to listen out for our announcements and get involved in our training. That's Telegram t.me/Global Veterans Alliance.
Thank you so much, Chris, and thank you so much for everything you're doing.
Thank you, Dan.
All the veterans are here today. You can see behind me there's a whole congregation of veterans here, so thank you so much, Chris, and thank you to everyone here. I'm going to say good night for now. I may do some more interviews. There's a few more people that I've seen here that would be interested to capture conversations with, so please do share this conversation. As you've seen throughout this entire broadcast, we've spoken to the public, we've spoken to healthcare workers, we've spoken to veterans, we've spoken to celebrities, influencers, athletes, a whole range of people. This is a very serious issue that everyone is taking very seriously. And you at home can support as well. You can start by sharing these videos. And secondly, those blue balloons that you're seeing on social media, you can see it on my profile, the jobs over jabs. Change your profile picture to that blue balloon. It sends a clear message across social media that we're taking this seriously. And of course, look out for other events like this. You heard from the Stand in the Park group. There's events every Sunday in parks near you. There's all kinds of ways that we can get involved to overcome these challenging times, and we all have a part that we can play in it. So look out for how you can support. We've got a community of our own as well, the Pandemic Podcast. We're about to launch a private network next week where we're going to be looking at how we can start to really create positive change in the world. So there's going to be opportunities for everyone to either be part of the resistance here or part of rebuilding the world as we move forward. So thanks so much, Ginny, and thanks for sharing. And,